Well, Valley High School football hits the airwaves tomorrow night on our sister station, the Central Valley CW, KFRE 59.
All part of the Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Central Valley CW.
And tomorrow night's game will feature the Bullard High Knights going up against the Central High Grizzlies at 7 p.m. in Fresno.
We have both head coaches in our Studio B alongside one of the guys who will be calling tomorrow night's game, Vince Wesson. Good morning, gentlemen. Take it away, Vince.
All right. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Kopi. Tomorrow night, Friday Night Rivals continues. We'll be out at Collegiate Stadium with the Central Grizzlies versus the Bullard Knights. That's CMAC versus track. Joining us here, the head coaches. Let's start. This goes back a little while. They each coached together. So, Justin, we'll start with you. I know you coached with Donnie at Reedley and Kerman. Your fondest memory. What did Coach Arax here teach you about being a head coach? And remember, I'm going to ask him this about you right after this.
I think just a sense of toughness. You know, it's not an easy job. It's a 24/7 job. It's a grind at times. I know a lot of people just turn on the TV and fall and see the final product, but Coach was a grinder, and you know he incorporated the toughness and discipline that needs to be a good program. It's very evident in the teams that he's produced, you know, in his career.
Donnie, what do you remember about Justin as a young and upcoming coach?
Well, he's a football coach. I mean, there's pretenders and there's guys that are really coaches, and from an early age he wanted to learn every bit of the game, and I'm sure he surpassed my knowledge a few years ago. Because he works so hard and he just loves the game. So there's only a few of those guys that do that in the area, and he's one of them, and I knew that at a young age.
Okay. Let's talk about last week. You guys played out of section here. Now talk about the philosophy. I know Central played Brentwood, and you guys went and played Grant and Sacramento. Talk about the philosophy. You go out of section, you play these powerhouse. However, if you would have stayed in section and probably played a team from Kern County or so, might have helped with the seedings. What's your philosophy with these out-of-section games? We'll start with you, Donnie.
Well, quite frankly, we couldn't find games because, you know, there's a few of the track schools, couple of the track schools that aren't scheduling us. So that's one of the issues, is just can't find the local games. And so if you're going to do it, you want to get someone quality. So, you know, both of us have played Grant this year, who's state ranked, and so you want to get a look at quality competition and see how you measure up. But, you know, I would rather stay and play the better teams in the area or go to Kern County. But sometimes it's tough to work it out.
Okay, Justin?
I don't think it's by choice with the scheduling these days. I think a lot of teams, especially D2 teams, they want to win the state title, so they want to win every game, and there's really no advantage for them to play a Division I team. We played one Division II team last year, and it was a good win for us, but I mean, you're just not going to get those games anymore. So we had to literally go out of the area, go online week to week, calling people just to get games.
Okay. Now, two playmakers that you're going to see when that red light comes on tomorrow night. These guys will be all over the field. For Central, we're talking about Tamar Johnson, a running back and defensive back. And for Bullard, we're talking about John Brown. Let's start with you, Justin. What makes Tamar Johnson such a special player?
I think he plays 3 positions on offense. So he's just very good. He's our big playmaker. We try to give him as many touches as possible in different positions. Still haven't figured out what his best position is because he catches the ball well, runs the ball well, and he plays some quarterback as well.
Okay. And John Brown, but when those lights come on, he's more exciting than James Brown. So talk about John.
John's a big athlete. That's the thing that I think distinguishes him. He's about 205 pounds. A very physical kid, and when the ball goes up, he's the guy who's going to come down with it and, you know, packs a big punch. So it's rare that you see your best athlete in a high school team that's 205 pounds. So that's quite a kid coming at you.
Okay, real quick, wrap this up, guys. For my team to be successful till tomorrow night, we must first start with Donnie.
It starts on the line. We got to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, I would say.
Justin.
Stop Bullard's physicalness. It's going to be a physical game, and we got to get our nose in there.
Okay, you heard it here from the head coaches, Kim and Kopi. Tomorrow night, Friday Night Rivals, a special 7 o'clock kickoff time. It'll be myself, Ralph Wood, and Kevin Miller on the sidelines as we see the CMAC and the track collide at Collegiate Stadium. The Central High Grizzlies versus the Bullard Knights. Friday Night Rivals. Can't wait.
Oh, we cannot wait. Thank you for joining us. So we want to remind you that the Central Valley CW KFRE 59's regularly scheduled programming will then follow after the game, so you don't miss a thing.